Right now, a noticeable lack of bugs this summer may seem nice at face value, but experts say it could mean trouble down the road. Plus, newly released dash cam footage showing a high-speed chase in Waukesha, reaching speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. And later, week one, Friday Night Lights. We have the highlights and scores from across the area coming up in the final drive. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Well, good evening and thanks for having us in. We've already told you about monarch butterflies now being endangered internationally and bees in need of our help. But if you're slapping mosquitoes or swatting flies away less recently, that's because we're losing all kinds of bugs to habitat loss, invasive species, and more human causes. Arman Rahman has more on what's zapping the bugs and how we may be able to help. Arman?
Brady, like me, you may have thought, hey, less flies and mosquitoes is great, but why question it? But they're important to our ecosystems, and studies show the global insect biomass, or their weight in a given area, has dropped as much as 75% in the past 20 years. Now experts say that could cause some more problems that we can't just swat away.
I have noticed that I haven't been bitten. Like, I have not had as many mosquito bites this year.
That may seem like a relief over the summer, but hate to clip your wings.
Well, a lot of people would think that's a great thing. It probably isn't.
UW entomologist Daniel Young lives to net and study bugs.
Insects are extremely important for the way ecosystems function.
But worldwide, they've been on a steep decline.
There would be bees and beetles and wasps all over those flowers. Now I may see one or two things.
And garden expert Lisa Briggs says that comes back to bite us.
I want to say around 60% of our food requires pollination for things like apples or peaches or, that kind of thing. It could have a pretty devastating effect.
Some efforts have been made, but Young says human development has eliminated so much habitat that restored areas like Wisconsin prairies are often too isolated.
We've lost a lot of our natural corridors that groups of species use to find one another for mating, and then populations get smaller and can't maintain their genetic diversity in those situations.
Another big problem, but one we can help with, is being thoughtful about your bug spray and which species are in the line of fire.
How to use a pea shooter instead of a bazooka. Because most insecticides are broad spectrum, so they're going to kill anything.
And most importantly, educate yourself and others about how important it is the bugs don't buzz off.
So understanding that insects are an integral part of nature, if you want to go out and enjoy nature, be ready to understand that you're in their territory as well.
Now, of course, planting more flowers to attract pollinators is always a plus. Professor David Young also says you can buy and plant prairie seed mixes. Now, he says these efforts won't right all the wrongs we've done to the bugs, but it may save enough to make a difference in the long term.
Thank you, Arman. Let's turn things over to our weather now. The rain is moving in. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Well, Brady, we've had some showers and thunderstorms over parts of southern Wisconsin. Not everybody's seen the rain yet. Just starting to get a couple of drops here in the backyard. But as you take a look at Doppler track, the rain is becoming more widespread. Just a little bit later than what the computer models were showing earlier. But right now, it's southwestern Wisconsin that's seeing the bulk of the rain. You can see a narrow line of thunderstorms from around Richland Center to just to the north of Platteville. These are heading toward the east and northeast. Farther to the south, another large area of showers and thunderstorms moving out of Iowa into northwestern Illinois and far southwestern Wisconsin. Some of these storms were severe earlier, but they have weakened a little bit, still producing a fair amount of lightning. And you can see the rest of southern Wisconsin, the rain not really getting the areas east of Madison yet, but that will change with time. Now, as we go ahead and take a look at the at 6-hour future track radar, basically we were looking at the possibility for the showers and storms to continue for a couple more hours and then weaken overnight. Visibility right now down to 2.5 miles in Lone Rock. Fog may become an issue in some spots later on tonight. Current temperatures are mainly in the 60s where the rain has started west of Madison. From Madison to the east, a lot of areas seeing temperatures in the lower 70s. Otherwise, look for areas of fog overnight. It'll be mild, some showers and thunderstorms, low temperature dropping to 63. Be a good chance of showers and storms tomorrow, but the good news is some drying weather is on the way for early next week. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Gary. 3 months after it happened, homicide charges are now filed against a 20-year-old from Madison. Isaiah Miller is now charged with 1 count of felony homicide by negligent handling of a dangerous weapon. Back in May, 19-year-old Marshall Iverson was killed inside of a home in Blue Mounds. Miller had admitted to accidentally firing a round of an AR-15 rifle that ultimately killed Iverson. The gun was bought legally and was owned by one of the people in the home at the time. The Dane County Medical Examiner is working to identify a body that was found this morning in Lake Mendota, right off the shore from the Union Terrace. UWPD says someone walking by found the person in the water and then called 911 just after 6 a.m. The department spokesperson says investigators are looking into when and why the man went into the water, but they do not believe there is a danger to the rest of the campus. New video tonight released by the Waukesha Police Department shows a high-speed chase earlier this week that ended in a pit maneuver. Prosecutors say the driver admitted to multiple crimes, saying he was, quote, doing like Speed Racer off the crack. Speeds reached upward of 80 miles per hour in a 35 zone and about 115 miles per hour on I-94. Spike strips were used to slow it down, and police were able to spin the car out, bringing it to a stop. Police say the car was reported stolen out of Illinois. A federal judge has sentenced an ISIS terrorist who was part of the notorious terrorist cell nicknamed the Beatles to life in prison today. El-Shafi El-Sheikh was found guilty in April for his role in the murders of 4 American hostages in Syria. The families of those hostages spoke outside the federal courthouse in Virginia after the sentencing.
Let this sentencing make clear to all who dare to kidnap, torture, or kill any American citizen abroad that U.S. justice will find you wherever you are.
Diane Foley noted the sentencing came on the 8th anniversary of the beheading of her son, journalist James Foley. He was killed along with American journalist Stephen Sotloff and humanitarian aid workers Peter Kassig and Kayla Mueller. The U.S. is providing more help to Ukraine today. The Defense Department announced plans to give $775 million worth of additional military assistance, and that includes more ammunition and mine-clearing equipment. The Biden White House has now committed nearly $11 billion to Ukraine since the start of the Russian invasion. It was quite the spectacle this morning for Baltimore County residents and boaters who turned out to watch the implosion of a massive power plant. Whoa, and down it goes. The implosion went off without a hitch. Spectators watched from the water and surrounding area as the defunct power plant stacks came down in a heap of rubble, sending smoke and dust billowing into the air above. A massive fire sparked at a Massachusetts boatyard today, and it destroyed buildings and at least a dozen cars and boats. Fire engines doused the flames from above as a fireboat sprayed water from a dock. No word on any injuries or what could have caused the fire. Witnesses told a local news station there that there were some kind of explosions that started it all. In more local news, 2 people in Madison are in the hospital after a rollover crash involving a stolen vehicle. It happened at the intersection of Atwood Avenue and Elmside Boulevard. Police say a small SUV was speeding when it swerved to avoid a head-on collision and then flipped. 2 people were found with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers say the vehicle was stolen last night. In Sun Prairie, 3 families are out of their homes after 2 cars crashed into an apartment building last night. Police say the 2 vehicles were driving the same direction on Highway 151 near Windsor Street when one of the drivers hit the other. Authorities say one of them was driving drunk at the time and was arrested for DUI and likely more charges as the investigation continues. One person was sent to the hospital, but they are expected to be okay. Dane County has dropped back down to a medium level of COVID-19 community spread. The news comes just a week after it was bumped to the high level after hospitalizations in the county slightly rose. Right now, the 7-day average is 142 new cases per day. 81 people are currently in the hospital with COVID-19. The UW bookstore is launching a new clothing line today as we near the start of the football season. Over the years, red and white Badgeralls, well, they become popular at Badger sporting events, of course. Well, now the bookstore is getting a little creative. Today it launched a new cow-themed game day bib. Right now they are only available at the downtown location, but they'll be at other stores next week sometime. I found my fall look now. Governor Evers says he will be attending Madison's 4th annual Magic Pride Festival on Sunday at Warner Park. The celebration kicked off this morning at the TDS headquarters on Junction Road with a pride flag raising. The event was organized by TDS's 2BU Associate Resource Group. The Madison Children's Museum today is opening the city's first pay-what-you-can restaurant. Little John's Lunchbox is a self-serve pay-what-you-can cafe. The museum says it aims to improve accessibility to healthy food for museum patrons. The museum says it wants to create a place that is open to any family who visits, where price is never a barrier. And still ahead tonight, Gary Canalti will rejoin us with his full forecast and what could be a soggy weekend. Plus, Friday Night Lights is back. Our sports team will have its first installment of The Final Drive. Highlights and scores coming up next.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have 1 in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.89% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
Some people think it's really hard to find things to do in Nebraska. Lucky for you, we invent things to do. Like when we realized a livestock tank would float and thought, hey, it's a boat. And soon, tanking became our preferred mode of river travel. Might not get everyone's pulse racing like a jackhammer, but if it sounds good to you, welcome aboard. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Showers and thunderstorms took a little while to get going this evening, but they are starting to form. You can see a narrow line of showers and storms running from just to the west of Richland Center down into the northeastern portion of Grant County over toward Fenimore, and then just to the northwest of Platteville over toward Lancaster. This line of storms moving to the east and northeast about 30 miles per hour. That brings it over toward Lone Rock by about 10:35. Right now, these storms just producing some gusty winds and some brief heavy downpours, and also some lightning as well. One thing I want to point out, notice the lightning flashes, not always lining up with where the heaviest rain is. I keep saying this over and over again, but with lightning safety, just because it's not raining doesn't mean that you're out of the woods from lightning, and obviously lightning is the bigger killer compared to the rain. Also, some clusters of storms moving out of northwestern Illinois into Lafayette County south of Darlington. Another cluster moving from west of Rockford over toward Beloit and just south of Janesville. None of these have been severe, at least over the last hour or so. Not expecting any severe weather. If we do get a stronger storm, it could produce some gusty winds and maybe some hail. But the storms, with most of the lightning now, are into Wisconsin and Illinois. Notice back to the west in Iowa, precipitation has been winding down. It's cooling off a little bit there, and that has stabilized the atmosphere. And that will happen eventually over southern Wisconsin as well. 6-hour future track radar shows these showers and storms moving northeastward, but with time weakening and starting to break up. So again, that will probably get most of the shower and thunderstorm activity out of here for a time overnight. But we'll see another batch of showers and storms tomorrow. We'll see some fog tonight and tomorrow night, and then even possibly early next week, and then a dry period from Monday through Wednesday of next week. Overnight, showers, some thunderstorms, low temperature at 63, and also some areas of fog as well. Tomorrow, a cloudy, cool day, high of 72, and some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not an all-day rain. Planning your forecast for tomorrow, 72 in Madison, 73 Monona, 72 in Oregon. But everybody across Dane County should be seeing a shower or thunderstorm at some point. Planning your day, the showers and storms over us now, lifting to the north and east. Notice overnight, a bit of a break. And then as we head toward your wake-up time tomorrow, we could see some showers and storms coming in from the west around Lone Rock and Mineral Point over toward Madison, just in time for the farmers market. A little bit of a break midday, and then maybe another round of showers and thunderstorms, although the better chances now appear to be over southwestern Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow night, the rain starts to wind down, and we'll see some areas of fog. So now it looks like the heavier rains might favor southwestern Wisconsin, but spotty precipitation. Some areas could pick up over an inch, other areas less than 1/4 of an inch, depending on where the heaviest rain falls. 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures warm back up once we get rid of the rain and get some sunshine back in here for next week, and then look for another chance of thunderstorms late Thursday into early Friday of next week, and some storms toward the end of next weekend.
We're back. Welcome to week 1 of the high school football season and the first final drive of the season. I'm Zach Hanley alongside Jordan Reed.
And we've got some good games for you tonight. Old rivalries renewed, program debuts, but we have to start, as always, with our game of the week, and it was a no-brainer.
That's right, Jordan. There's one game in week 1 that everyone in the state had their eyes on. Waunakee at DeForest. The Warriors are the reigning Division II champs. Haven't lost the game since 2019 and have won 9 of the last 10 in the rivalry. Safe to say the Norskies looking to change that and start off the year with a monster dub. Second quarter, Defo down 14. Mason Keys is that dude. He puts one on Max Mitchell, 44 yards on the score, and the lead is down to 8. Waunakee gets the ball back with 65 seconds to go before halftime, and they're not running the clock out, but they are running it. Ben Lindley runs it right through the Norski D. Now that big gainer would set up this. Garrett Lenzendorf fakes the handoff and then shows he's got some wheels too. He gets to the corner, dives in for 6 more. Warriors get the win, 42-34. History was made tonight at the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. For the first time as a program, Sun Prairie West took the field and looked to do what their crosstown rival Sun Prairie East did last night. Start off the year in dominating fashion. Sun Prairie West hosting Madison East, and a lot of firsts for the Wolves tonight. First drive of the game, and that West defense comes up big. Jacob Holland picks off the pass. First ever in program history, by the way. And the turnover would lead to this. Jay Dane, you know that last name. He plays hide and seek with the camera and then finds his way into the end zone for the first Wolves TD. Then on their next drive, Brady Rhodes drops a tutty dime on Will Davis. That'd be the first passing touchdown in school history. And Sun Prairie West gets their first ever win. 42-33 is your final. Verona opening up the year on the road at Muskego, and the Wildcats fall 28-6. Coach Riley and company back home next Friday when they host Oshkosh West.
And rounding out the Big 8 tonight is Madison Memorial. They are also on the road facing Kenosha Tremper. The Spartans win 34-13. Memorial's home opener is Thursday against Waukesha West. McFarland headed west to try and secure their first non-conference win in 2 years tonight, but their host Mount Pora Barneveld would not make it easy. The Vikings won the Badger Small Conference last season and are looking to build on that success in 2022. And a packed Lloyd Schneider Stadium showed their support for MHB. The Vikings get the party started midway through the second. Casey Helgeson drops a dime for Landon Ellistad. Mount Horeb goes for 2. It's 8-0 MHB. Two drives later, the red and black go to the ground. Trenton Owens hits pay dirt, and all of a sudden the Vikings are in control. But the Spartans would not back down. Paul Morris muscles his way into the end zone on the stroke of halftime. We got a ball game. So weather delays this one quite a bit. It's still in action right now, and at last check, it was tied at 15 late in the game. Also in the Badger Conference, Fort Atkinson is coming off one of its best seasons in the last 7 years. I mean, from no wins in 2019 to making the playoffs last year. The Blackhawks looking to build off that success and get the season started on the right foot. They open tonight at home against Milton in another Badger Conference crossover. The Blackhawks with the ball first. They're finding any way to keep it moving downfield, able to convert on 4th and 8. They get set up in the red zone, and it is Mason Dressler. He does the rest, puts Fort Atkinson on the board early. Well, Milton looking to tie things up, but this Blackhawks, they force a turnover, recover midfield, so they open the second quarter with this dime from Dane Brost. He finds Eli Kosen for the second score, and Fort Atkinson goes on to win this one 20-14.
Oregon hosting Stoughton in a Badger Conference crossover. A bit of a defensive struggle in the first half. Both teams trading turnovers. Michael Turner says, "I'll take that," but the Vikings can't turn the interception into points. Panthers led 7-0 at halftime and added to their lead in the third. Cameron Gates bulls his way in for the score. Oregon goes on to win 13-0. In the Badger-Rock Valley crossover clash between Beaver Dam and Monroe, it was all cheesemakers. Monroe starts the year 1-0 with a 39-0 win.
Edgewood hitting the road for week 1 of the season, facing River Valley tonight. And after a lengthy lightning delay, the game gets called in the fourth quarter. The Crusaders win it 31-14. Their home opener is next Friday against Prairie du Chien. And for the second year in a row, the Jefferson Eagles will kick off the season against Lakeside Lutheran. And the Warriors show up early for their home crowd. Minutes into the first quarter, Levi Burkholz with the fake and QB sneak. Lakeside is on the board. Well, the Eagles try to get something going, but this Lakeside defense tough to get around on a punt return. It's fumbled, recovered downfield by the Warriors, helping set up tutty number 2, and it's Burkholz who takes it over and in. Lakeside opens the season with a huge win at home, 51-0.
Darlington's won 3 straight against Platteville, looking to make it 4 tonight, and what a start it was for the Redbirds. Maddox Goebel bounces to the outside, and then he gone. 44 yards to the house to give Darlington a 6-0 lead 2 plays into the game. Then it was Ross Chris's turn. This one, though, a much shorter run. Same result, though. Redbirds fly on to 1-0 with a 47-14 win. And Potosi-Cassville starts their season off on the right foot, taking down Wazeeka-Steuben Seneca 34-6. And still to come, it's Jordan Love time at Lambeau. How the backup QB did in his second preseason start this season. That's next, after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
When you know what it takes to raise the best cattle, then you know Hy-Vee is the place to go for the best steaks. Highest standards around, like none other. 100% USDA choice and prime beef. you can taste the difference. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
I get bladder leaks. I didn't want to feel like I was wearing the pads I wore when I was 12.
Then I tried the Always Discreet pads.
They fit perfectly in the place they're supposed to.
Look how much it holds. And it still stays thin.
It's the protection we deserve.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice, and long-lasting Gain scent beads. Try Spring Daydream, part of our irresistible scent collection.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. Factory Direct means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. Most importantly, it means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Velco.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
After two joint practices against each other, it was time for the Packers and the Saints to hit the field for real this time, or as real as it gets in the preseason. Only home preseason game for the Pack this season. Jordan Love making yet another start, and he played pretty well second quarter. He throws one up for Romeo Doubs, and the rookie wideout comes down with it for 6. Love completed 12 of 24 passes for 113 yards, and that tutty. Packers with their first preseason game since 2019, 20-10. With fall camp winding down for Wisconsin, you can tell that the guys are chomping at the bit to go against somebody other than themselves at practice. But camp serves a purpose, and at UW, they're always iron sharpening iron. The Badger offense goes up against the best defense in the country every day, while the D goes up against one of the best O-line units year in and year out. With the competition, it becomes fierce, it makes each other better, and of course, that's the point.
Our defense has an amazing reputation, like best in the country, and like we get to go against that every day. That's like uncomparable to anybody else you're playing.
Call ourselves online unit RBU, so I mean, you know, we're not going up against any scrubs here whenever we're lined up against each other, and it's really great, you know, to be able to get the opportunity to go up against guys of that caliber.
Always a party in the bleachers at Wrigley. Brewers opening up a 3-game series with the Cubs. 6th inning tied at 6. Willie Adames hits one too hot to handle. Then he runs it out safe at first, puts the crew up 7-6, but the lead unfortunately wouldn't last long. Bottom of the inning, Cubbies hit a 2-run bomb to left. Brewers lose to that team from Chicago. 8-7 is the final. We're back after this.
It's Ho Chunk Gaming Cruise and the Dells giveaways, where on August 26th, you'll have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Equinox, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level.
Choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right. It's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here. Here! Yeah! And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good. Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
It's Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Get a 24-cent fuel saver on Red Baron Pizza when you buy 3. A 20-cent fuel saver on Powerade when you buy 10. A 20-cent fuel saver on Little Debbie Family Packs when you buy 4. A 6-cent fuel saver on Pillsbury Classic Brownie Mix when you buy 3. And a 9-cent fuel saver on Pepperidge Farm Goldfish Crackers when you buy 3. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
It's Ho Chunk Gaming Cruise and the Dells giveaways. We're on August 26th. You'll have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Equinox, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, French automaker Bugatti has unveiled what it hopes will be the world's fastest convertible. Could also be the most expensive, with the price tag of $5 million.
That's it?
Drop in the bucket, right?
Pocket change.
The 1,600 horsepower W16 Mistral was revealed to the public in California. According to Bugatti, only 99 will be made, and they've already all been sold.
You got one, don't you?
Oh, yeah, it's in the parking lot.
Hopefully they drive in the rain, because we've got some showers and storms coming in from the southwest. You can see them over southwestern Wisconsin, heading toward Madison and Dane County over the next couple of hours. We'll see them continue on, but gradually weaken overnight.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great evening.